coming in out of the cold and rain tonight, sharing our ideas here. My name is Brauer. I'll be presenting on how interstate transportation can be improved in Philadelphia. Interstate transportation can be improved in Philadelphia and help nurture our current renaissance of encouragement. So, this is a problem I've dealt with many times, trying to figure out how do you get across the city? How do you get across diagonally from one corner to another without bicycling, without cabbing? Often, if you take public transportation, you have to take one bus horizontally and another bus vertically, or north-south. The problem that occurs here is, what is that transfer time? Where do you transfer? At what time of night do you transfer when you're coming back? And on what street corners do you transfer coming back? A solution will be a more direct one system, which could be a rapid rail system that crisscrosses the city. This is the figure 8 pattern, which instead of a straight line, which it would have a start and beginning, could be a one-seat line that would rotate throughout the city in a figure 8 pattern. And it could be a rapid rail dedicated route. This is also useful for a city that is becoming more multi-centric and moving out from the city core of Center City. Here you can see development along Passyunk Ave, and that's a quick slide. So this is a look at right-of-ways that makes it possible in North Philadelphia. There's two key right-of-ways here, the old City Line branch and the CXX branch to Port Richmond. This could be connected through a Glenwood Ave corridor and a Delaware Ave corridor. This is the old City Line route. It's an existing cut that is already bridged by all roads in the area and has been proposed to be made into a park as well, which could be done jointly. It would also give good access to Fairmont Art Museum, and you'd be able to get to the Oval without having to travel too far. This is Glenwood Ave. It parallels the northeast corridor route of Amtrak. The benefit of this area is that it is a lot of decaying old industrial infrastructure, and a lot of the roads already bridge or go underneath the northeast corridor of Amtrak. This is also another rail route that goes to Port Richmond existing that is already bridged for many of the roads, so it would reduce a lot of costs in installing new transportation. This is Delaware Ave. This will allow a wide enough route to put rail in, elevated or subway, a dedicated route so it's not in traffic or being delayed by traffic. This is what this north route of the system would look like, or could look like. And it could tie into the Broad Street subway line to pull people into Center City. This would give access to many regions in North Philadelphia that none of us would really go to right now. And could open up more new restaurants, multi-centric areas for offices. This shows existing in yellow and proposed rail transfer connections in red. And it could create a junction at North Philly Station where half of all commuter rail lines go through. This is a rendering of a station that could be on Germantown Avenue with elevated rapid rail in the background in orange and purple. It could follow historical architecture along Germantown Avenue, and it could encourage neighborhood investment along the route and around the stations. You can see it's being bridged there as well. This is what a route could look like, a loop in South Philadelphia, following all wider roads. All of the roads that I have placed this loop on as an introductory idea. It had existing rail on them at some time in their past. This is a picture of Washington Avenue. You can see there's no street there, it's just train tracks. So there's a precedent for this. This was existing in the past. This can be achieved through phased building sections. North Philadelphia could be the first because it would be the least expensive with existing cuts and it would bring the most benefit. South Philadelphia could be second, and there could be a third route along the riverfront. This is a streetcar and railroad map from 1910. Philadelphia had the same population in 1910 as it does now. There's obviously capacity could be filled with this type of system. Philadelphia is in revitalization right now. This is a photo of mostly young people stuff, which is really fun for that right now. But building new infrastructure, improving our schools are things to do to help us age well, to help our families be easier, all of that. Philadelphia has half the office rent in Philadelphia is half the per square foot as it is in New York, and it is less than it is in DC, between the economic and the governmental capital of the United States. And there's planning and there's construction for improved times on transportation between those points, so that Philadelphia can grow more. So if you take anything from this, Philly can benefit from new transportation. It is possible, and it's time for us to start thinking about how we can do it better. Thank you.